Welcome to a special edition of Inside Censhare. Today I'm outside Censhare, I'm at Ecosphere Days 2018 and I'm joined by Cathy McKnight. Hello Cathy.
Hey Ian.
And what is it you do, Cathy?
I am the VP of Consulting with Digital Clarity Group. We are a consulting and analyst firm, and I run our consulting practice as well as do some analyst work with various MarTech firms.
Right. And we're just closing up here on day one of Ecosphere Days, and I gave you the last slot of the day.
Thank you for that.
What were the main points that you were talking about in your presentation?
So we were talking about building your content and customer experience at house, how having a vision is critical, and then you've got to go through the steps. You've got to have the vision, you've got to then architect how that vision is going to be executed, design to it, so what are the different components, getting into the details, and then it's finding the right team. And making sure that you have all the aspects covered in order to deliver the vision. So it's not just about handing it off to marketing, it's about encompassing and engaging the entire organization to ensure that the customer experience delivered meets and sometimes exceeds expectations.
Yeah, and I really like that. And you were talking about like no silos and kind of getting rid of all, talking across the whole organization. And you also talked about your view about digital experience platforms. I quite like that point.
Yeah, so digital experience platforms have evolved. Many of them used to be what we call CMS. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not. I'd get some people upset. But you know, there's no such thing as a DXP. Digital experience platform is a consolidation and conglomeration of different platforms. So it's content management, it's marketing automation, CRM, definitely analytics, and a bunch of other pieces that I haven't even touched on. And some of that will be served up by a suite with other best of breed elements. Some of it will be all best of breed. But there's not a single solution out there today, to my knowledge, that can do everything for you. And I think that's one thing that organizations, they're looking for that golden ticket. They're looking sometimes for that one throat to choke on customer experience, and it can't happen that way. It's just, you've got to look at the different aspects and build to suit your needs and your customers' needs.
Yeah, and we've worked with you guys on some research around that as well. And I think Connie did some work, some white papers on that. So I'm kind of very familiar with your with your view there.
Yeah.
What other key points did you think that came across today from your presentation?
So I loved what Ted was saying about brand. And you know, a brand is a thing, and what you want is reputation, right? And how you build reputation is building trust and respect for your customers. So being forthright, being responsive, I think that's one thing. I think it's brilliant when you engage and you go back and forth, whether it's on Twitter or whatever, and then all of it's, thank you so much, we're so glad we could help you. Cut. Right? And it's like, wait a minute, I wasn't done having a conversation with you. We've been doing this for so long, yet we're still so far away from being mature, and there's so much more that we can do. And I think if people just stepped back from, well, we've always done it this way and we've done okay, and really look to shake things up and build a new vision, I think it's amazing what we could probably accomplish.
Yeah, and I think that we learned this also in some of the other presentations as well as yours about that customer experience is an ongoing project, it doesn't finish.
Yeah, it's a program. So projects infer that it's, you know, there's a finite time and you start and you finish, whereas a program is an ongoing series of projects, and that's what customer experience is. And I loved what Anastasia said this morning about, you know, so many marketers have come up to me, whether it's at conferences or clients, and said, oh my God, AI, I'm gonna lose my job. It's like, no, it's securing your job. Because, you know, artificial intelligence and data only tells you so much and can only get us part of the way. I think really marketers, they bring that human effort, and it's the humanization of the data that's going to make the connection, that's going to create the experience, that's going to engage and earn you the reputation that you're looking for from a brand perspective.
And I really enjoyed your presentation, so thank you for coming to Ecosphere.
Thank you for having me again.
And thank you for joining me on Inside Censhare.
Anytime.
And thank you for joining me on Inside Censhare.